All right, let's clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right, all right. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We've been bringing this truth since 1969, and that truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And the devil is the oppressor, and the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So, right. You know? Hey, boy. Tonight's class, Israel loves her oppressor. You understand? Don't trust that enemy. You know? And we got a problem with that. You know, we always trusting our enemy, and the real problem is we trust our enemy so much we don't even trust our brothers. You know what I mean? We trust the enemy in everything, but we refuse to trust our brothers, especially when it comes to this truth, you know? So let me ask a question, since we're talking about that, right? Israel always trusting in the oppressor. Why is Israel so destroyed? Let me ask somebody, why is Israel so destroyed? Somebody tell me, why is Israel so destroyed? Can we get a good answer on that? You know what I'm saying? Why are we so destroyed as a people? You understand? Let's grab Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Go ahead. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Why are we so destroyed as a people? It's a lot of things. It's a lot of reasons why we destroy. We destroy because of religion. We destroy because we have an affinity with our oppressor. We destroyed for the love of money. You understand? It's a lot of things why we destroy. Yeah. But there's one major thing. It's one major thing why we destroy. Give me that scripture if you got it.
Yeah. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people.
Say that again.
My people.
Hey, listen, the Most High is saying my people. You understand? Through the prophet Hosea. You understand? He's saying my people. That's a possessive pronoun. You understand? That means we belong to the Most High.
Right.
Saying my people. Go ahead.
Are destroyed.
Say that again.
Are destroyed.
We are destroyed as a people. The Most High, the people of the Most High are destroyed. You understand that we destroy in multiple ways, but there's one main reason why we're destroyed. You understand? Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody asked me.
What's that?
Trying to say the sister's name, Princess the Kite.
Right.
Yeah, she said lack of knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. That's why we read in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Go ahead, finish that. That's exactly right. We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
Yeah. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
And what is that knowledge? What's that knowledge? Let's see if the sister can tell us what that knowledge is. Can you give me that knowledge? What's that knowledge? Let's see if you can get 2 in a row. Anybody on there? What's that lack of knowledge? What's the knowledge? You understand? Is it a lack of being able to read the stars? Is it a lack of, hold on, wait a little man, I got you. Is it a lack of being able to do that math, do that arithmetic, do that geometry, do that what they call it trigonometry? You know what I mean? That was something I used in school. I never thought I would use that till I got to my job, to the field I'm in now. You know, I always used to wonder why we using this, man. This is so stupid. You know what I mean? But we look at these things like this. We look at it as knowledge. We look at it as being enlightened. You understand? Especially when it comes down to those Egyptologists. Did the sister come up with it?
Well, not her. That was in 2011. Said we're God's true people.
Definitely we God's true people. Go ahead.
You also said, she said, we are chosen by Yahweh.
Yeah, we chosen by Yahweh. Now let me ask you this question. What's the knowledge that we destroyed for a lack of? Tell me that. What's the knowledge that we are destroyed of that we are destroyed because of a lack of? Give me that answer. Daryl Lynn, we miss you up here too, sis. Let's see if we can get that, you know? Matter of fact, my little man, what's the answer? Give me your answer.
The lack of knowledge is like the lack of knowing that that not to sin and not to learn the way of it.
There you go. That's exactly right. What is it called? We're gonna give it a we're gonna put it all in one ball. What you said was right. Our little man, he said it's knowing not to sin, right? What else did you say?
Not to learn not to learn the way of the heathen.
Not to learn the way of the heathen. See, we bring them up right here. You know, we bringing the warriors and the soldiers up right here. Exactly right. It's the truth. It's the lack of knowing the truth. What you said was exactly right. You understand? We lack knowledge. We lack that truth. What she say?
Yeah, so DC said who we really are.
Who we really are. That's the truth too, DC. Who we really are, you know? That truth. What we got?
In 2011, she said, I'm coming to class also. So.
Yeah, definitely. We like to see you up in here, yeah. You know? And that lack of knowledge is that lack of truth, the lack of knowing the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And we destroyed as a people because we refuse to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We want to do what the oppressor says. You understand? We want to we want to be part of that LGBTQ. And we know that in the Bible tells us that is iniquity against the Most High. You understand? It's a lot of things that we do within this world that goes against what the Most High has told us. You understand? Eating that shrimp, crab, and that lobster.
Right.
You understand? Operating outside of our tribes. You understand? Intermingling with other nations. You understand? Intermarrying. You understand? Going against what the Most High has told us.
That's right.
Go ahead, finish that off for me.
Because thou has rejected knowledge.
Hey, listen, when you step off and you do what the Most High has told us not to do, that's rejecting knowledge. That's going against the Most High. How many times have we done that? You understand? Look at us now. This is the reason why we're on the bottom. This is the reason why we're destroyed as a people. You understand? We don't want to follow the instructions of the Most High. We want to do everything but what the Most High has told us to do. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we rejected what the Most High told us. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
Hey, listen, he will also reject us. You understand? That's why we're number one at heart disease. That's the reason why we're number one at HIV. This is the reason why we number one at aborting our babies. Listen, how many people voted for Kamala Harris and got upset because she didn't win? All because they believed in what? They believed in what?
Pro-choice.
Pro-choice and what's that? Abortion rights. You understand? The right to destroy your children.
Right.
To the right to unalive your babies.
Right.
You understand? How can the greatest people on the face of the earth be hoaxed into destroying their baby? Listen, this same thing that was happening today, it happened in Egypt. You understand? The difference is that what's his name?
Right.
No, Pharaoh. What's the Herod put out an edict to destroy our babies. Our sisters refused to do it though. You understand? Herod put out an edict to destroy the babies. But now They have twisted our minds so much so that we're going out and we're volunteering to destroy our babies. Listen, we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. I mean, it doesn't take much to read the Bible and understand what's right and what's wrong. Being in the LGBTQ community back in the 70s, it used to be diagnosed as a mental illness. Now it's a way of life. How's that? Think about it. How is that? Because we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Go ahead, finish that.
That thou shalt have no prince to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
See, we have forgotten that law. And because we have forgotten that law, this is the reason why we're being destroyed in the ways that we are. You understand? This is the reason why our children are being unalived against our will, because we're so willing to unalive our own babies at the behest of our oppressor. You understand? Then we get these mothers, we want to go to funerals and we want to cry and weep over what we're already doing in the abortion clinic.
Yeah.
Hard to believe, but it's true. Think about it, right? Since 1973, 72 or 73, when Roe versus Wade first kicked into high gear, 20 million black babies aborted. You know what that means? That's over 400,000 babies a year. Now let's break it down into a day. That's 1,095 babies a day and still counting.
Right.
20 million warriors, 20 million princesses, 20 million of our people that could be rocking out with us today. You understand? What you got, little man?
I got a question.
Go ahead, give me that question.
Do demons go in everybody?
Do demons go in everybody? Listen, demons go in you if you don't have the law, statutes, and commandments in you. If your house is empty, the demons go in you. If you have these law, statutes, and commandments, you following the law, statutes, and commandments, the demons can't be in you unless you allow them to come into you.
Right.
Unless you succumb to them. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as you keep doing what your pop say, as long as you keep following the Most High like he's doing, demons won't be in you. You understand? The demons know right from wrong, but you know right from wrong too, right? So what those demons try to do is to get you to do wrong. You know we're not supposed to smoke, right? That's a demon. We're not supposed to talk down or talk bad to our parents, right? That's a demon. You understand? We're not supposed to get sassy and get crazy and do everything wrong in school, right? Con, that's a demon. That's what demons are. Demons are anything that goes against what the Most High tells us. You understand? All right.
All right. So he was trying to figure out, because he asked me, I didn't know. He was trying to see if demons going like everybody, like just, if they going just the tribe.
Right.
Do you just go in Israel, or do demons go into heathen?
These demons go into heathens too, but they use heathens the most against us. You understand? This is the reason why we got brothers that intermingle and intermarry with other races of people. We are not supposed to do that, but other nations do that. You understand? Demons are to attack us. You understand? All right. Where we at?
Yeah, a little bit.
Go ahead.
I will also forget thy children.
And listen, look at what's happening to our children today. You understand? Look at what's happening to our children today. What's that? What we got?
Said, heathens are demons.
Heathens are demons. They integrated with them demons. Listen, What is a devil? A deceiver. You got the big deceiver, which is our oppressor. You got the small deceivers, which is those other nations. You understand? This is the reason why we are not to intermingle with them or intermarry with them.
Right.
Go ahead. That was it, right?
That was it.
Okay. Okay. We can drop that, right? What happens when we lack the knowledge? When we lack that knowledge, we begin to trust in our enemy. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. You understand? And that's what happened to us at this last past election, especially with our sisters. You understand? You're either Democrat or you're Republican. You don't have to be either one. But we fall into all of these, all of these things that we're not supposed to be involved in. The Most High told us not to place a king over us that he did not choose.
Right.
You understand? And not only that, that is not of the tribe of Israel. We love to place people over us that the Most High didn't choose and that is not of the tribe of Israel. Kamala Harris is not of the tribe of Israel. She may look the part, but she is not the part. You understand? She's an East Indian. You understand? We are not supposed to put them over us, but sisters was out here fighting. The first day she said she was going into that election, you had sisters that raised $1.5 million in a day.
Right.
You understand? Sisters, and listen, this is another reason. Listen, we love these other nations so much so that we'll collect money for them, but we won't even collect money for our own people to start businesses, to create and build our own communities. Even when we out there and brothers are out there on those corners talking about how we can build our own communities, nobody wants to hear that. The sisters don't even want to hear that. But they're willing to help the oppressor build their community. They're willing to throw money into a heathen in a campaign that they will benefit nothing from. Think about this, right? The same thing that Kamala Harris was running on was the same thing that Biden was running on. Biden did nothing for us. So why would you think Kamala Harris would do something for us? Because we lack that knowledge of understanding that when the Most High told us not to place people over us that were not of us, we just threw that right out of the window. Destroyed as a people. You understand? When we want to place people over us, we got something over there.
The guy said a woman is too emotional to run anything, no matter the tribe.
Well, let's I don't want to say run anything because women can run businesses, but I want to say there are certain things that a woman is too emotional. That's the reason why you need a man over you, someone that can think rationally. You understand? And not just any man. You have to find a man that's in the truth. You understand? You can't just go and put a man over you and believe that everything is going to be hunky-dory. It doesn't work like that. Just like we were saying before, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And if you find a man who is not in these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's a good chance that you could fall face down. You understand? Right. It's a good chance that you could be led astray. You understand? So there are things that a woman can head up and can run. Women do run and are effective in running businesses. You understand what I'm saying? We can't take things from, especially black women. You understand? Black women are the most motivated women on this planet. You understand? Yeah. But they have to be, when it comes to the knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments, they have to have a man that's in the truth over top of them to have proper guidance. What you was going to say?
I was going to bring up, sister man, we give a dedication to her. We got a feast day at the sister that was led by our uncle. Feast of Purim.
Feast of Purim. Mordecai.
Mordecai.
What's the sister's name is? Man.
That's crazy.
We gotta look that up.
I was trying to look it up.
Ah, shoot. You got me in a pickle. Yeah, the Feast of Purim. Esther, there you go, Esther, the sister Esther. That's right. And listen, matter of fact, touching on that, right? That's the perfect example of a woman with a man over top of her in the truth, following, getting good guidance. You understand what I'm saying? Then think about when you go to the when we look at that book of Esther, right? When you go to the beginning of that book of Esther, you see the negative side in when the king, he called his wife and his wife turned up her nose, and I'm just giving, turned up her nose and didn't and said she wasn't, coming at his beckon, right? When you have women like that, this is the reason why a lot of our sisters fall, because they fall under that spirit. What's my little brother name? Ryan. This is the reason why this is a spirit too. That's an evil spirit on a heathen. You understand what I'm saying? Alazar, that's an evil spirit on a heathen, to be disobedient to her husband. You understand? And all she had to do was come, and then she would still be queen over that nation. But because she was disobedient and allowed that spirit to drag her off, look at where she ended up. And then look how Esther got put into place. You understand?
He just wanted to show off.
Show off, right? Exactly. And what woman don't want to be showed off by their man? You understand? And that goes to show you how evil that spirit was. You understand? Go ahead. Where we at?
You want to see the act of cut?
Yeah. 12 and 10.
12 and 10. Never trust that enemy.
And that's the problem with us now. You understand? It says never trust thine enemy, and that's the problem with us. Is we have a trust issue. You understand? And this is our trust issue. We trust the oppressor no matter what the oppressor. Think about this, right? We've been trusting the oppressor since the 50s, since we've been able to vote out and out vote, right? We've been trusting the words of the oppressor, and we have gotten nothing from it. And we continually, up until 2024, still trusting the oppressor. But we refuse to trust our brothers and sisters. They refuse to trust us when we out on the street telling them that we ain't gonna get anything from them. We told them back in the day when Obama was president that we wasn't gonna get nothing from Obama. And what did we get? Nothing. Joe Biden gave us nothing. The both of the Bushes gave us nothing. Think about it. Even what's his name? Bill the Clinton. They didn't give us anything, right? What do we expect to get from Trump? We better not expect anything. You understand? And that's our problem. And then we so destroyed as a people, we go out and say, well, we got to vote for the lesser of two evils. You ain't got to vote for anybody. What you could do is come together and build your community. Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Again, we always say this. We are a nation of people that are not desired. And this is the understanding, and this is the lack of knowledge that we have. Go ahead, what you got?
Like I said, and just like to bring to your point, you said we vote for the lesser of two evils. We got to understand that when we vote for that lesser evil, whatever that evil does,
right,
we voted in the position that it's in. So we got that's blood on our hands.
Exactly. But think about this, right? It goes even deeper than that. When you're voting for the lesser of two evils, you're still voting for evil. Right, yeah. And then think about this, right? Evil only goes against a people who is not for evil. a righteous people. You understand? Think about it. Evil can't go against the oppressor because the oppressor is genetically evil. You understand? So evil can only go against the righteous people, and we are the righteous people of the Most High. So evil is always going to go against us. So in essence, you're voting for evil to go against yourself. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You understand? But that's the way we think. I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils. So you're voting against yourself. That's like you going out playing in a game, right? And you betting against yourself. Knowing that you can win, but you're going to bet against yourself. Listen, we the true biblical Jews of the Bible. The book is already written out for us. We're already the winners at the end of the game. Listen, we are already the winners at the end of the game. Listen, the scriptures tell us what? He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. We have to just endure to the end. We just have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the end. You always have people who follow and then fall off. You have to follow until your days are done. You understand? Where we at now? We still in. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
So it's his wickedness.
Start from the top again. Yeah.
Never trust thy enemy.
Go ahead.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Hey, listen, it says, for so as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And listen, the true properties of iron, if you let iron sit, if you let any type of metal sit, eventually the true properties of that iron is going to show through. Eventually, iron's going to rust. It's going to get brittle. It's going to break apart, and it's going to go back to the earth. That's its true properties, is minerals from the earth. It goes back to what it really was. You put chemicals together to make iron. But those true properties, once it breaks down, it goes back into what it originally was. Well, this is just like our oppressor. No matter how much our oppressor says they're for us, eventually what they're really for is going to show through. You understand? They can't hold back their true properties forever or for a long period of time. Listen, I was just listening to a thing on online today. It was talking about the Ukraine and the Russian war, and they was talking about how Russia didn't trust the United States because every time the United States made a treaty with Russia or China or Iran, they always broke those treaties. Those other three countries didn't break the treaty. The United States did. You understand? Our oppressor. This is in the DNA of our oppressor. This is just what they do. Eventually, that thing will show through of what they truly are. They showed it to the other nations. The other nations don't trust them, but we continually trust them, even though they keep showing us their true colors. No matter what they do, we keep calling for police reform. We keep getting murked on the street. They keep unaliving us on the street. We keep calling for police reform. Why can't we police ourselves? We see how we keep trusting in it. Well, they just need to be trained. They need to be retrained, all of that. They've been saying that since I was young. When we gonna move away from that? When we gonna start trusting in what this book says? When we gonna come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments? You understand?
Yeah.
We keep believing in a people who has the worst set out for us. You understand? We keep believing in the people who have the worst set out for us. Listen, just as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Go ahead, read that next one.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
That's how our oppressor is. He humbles himself and goes crouching. When you crouch, right, you setting yourself or you setting yourself as a trap to pounce on somebody. You understand? And this is what our oppressor does. He'll humble himself, but he'll crouch to get ready to pounce on us. You understand? That's what when every time the police pulls up on us, right? What do? You have anything in the car, sir? Oh no, I'm just trying to protect myself. He humbling himself, right? But the whole time now he putting his hand on his gun. He's crouching. You understand? He's ready to pounce. This is what our oppressor does. You understand? We have to understand the characteristics of the oppressor. We have to understand when people are out to do us harm. The thing about it is, right now they don't even have a veil over their faces. The veil is pulled away. We understand who they are, but we keep falling for that sweet speech. You understand?
Yeah.
We keep falling for the same thing. Matter of fact, let's drop down to that 16th verse.
Yeah. Verse 16. An enemy.
We didn't even finish that. Let's finish 11. My bad. I'm sorry.
Though he humble himself and go crouch.
Go ahead.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Hey, listen, we gotta beware of him. This is what we just now was talking about. This is what we were just talking about. We gotta beware of him. You understand? Because our oppressor means us no good. Every law that's on the book listen, the laws of the United States were not created for our oppressor, but were created for us.
That's right.
You understand? That you know what I heard today? The guy that choked out what's his name? Reginald Henny. Well, I mean, the guy on the subway in New York. He got off. He got off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got off. I heard that today. You understand? Listen, the laws were not created for them. The laws were created for us. The laws were created so when we break laws, those laws could be used against us. But when they hurt us, those laws are not used against them. They go through the formality. They make you happy for a minute until everybody forgets the situation, and then they let the oppressor off. Well, that's what just happened. We keep thinking this is a land of opportunity. We keep thinking this is a land of the free, the home of the brave. This has nothing to do with anything that they say. All of that is propaganda. You understand? All of that is propaganda. All of that stuff is to lull us to sleep so they can continually feed off of us. You understand? Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had what a looking glass.
Listen, you know how your glasses are foggy, and then also you take them off and you wipe them off, and then you put them back on. You're like, oh, now I can see. That's how it is. All of a sudden, but most of the time when you say, oh, now I can see, by that time it's too late. They've already destroyed us. They've already robbed us. They've already burned out cities and our towns down. They've already redlined us right out of our neighborhoods. They've already price hiked us to death to where we can't live anywhere but in the projects, in the ghettos. You understand? By the time we wipe that looking glass away, that's how it is. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, you can get some understanding. You understand? People always running around. What they on? Why is this happening? Why do they keep doing this? They keep doing this because we keep following them. They keep doing this because we stay in their customs and culture. Think about it, right? They got us celebrating Thanksgiving, a day where they unalive millions of Gadites or Native Indians.
Right.
We're celebrating the unaliving of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Think about it. They ain't turn around and give you a Juneteenth and encapsulated in LGBTQ month. That's a slap in the face. You understand? They know how to humiliate us every turn. Wiping away that looking glass. Now it's too late. We voted a Juneteenth. So happy to have a Juneteenth. And they talking about giving oppressors reparations. I bet that went past everybody, huh? You happy with a Juneteenth, but the people who had us enslaved are about to get reparations. They talking about giving them reparations. Think about this, right? I'm gonna tell you how horrible they are. So horrible that even after the emancipation, those people who lost slaves got reparations. They got reparations. And they still hate us to this day. It got paid. You ever seen that? Listen, me and my rib was watching that Yellowstone. I like it too. Right? Man, but they got so much property, yo, that is unbelievable. It's supposed to be filmed in Montana, but they actually filmed it in Utah. Utah is incredibly spacious. And they got us packed in like that, like sardines. Yeah. We living so close together. Oh, it's not enough land. It's not so crowded. It's not crowded. It's just that we live under a selfish oppressor. I remember that first time Commander General Yohana said that, and we got on that plane, and I looked out, and we was going to Florida over that land that we was going over, and it was vast and incredible. And they keep us boxed in. Then you see land where people, you see maybe about 100 or 200 acres where one person owned about 200 acres. You say to yourself, like, how did they get that? Back in the day, they had a land grab. You understand? All you had to do was run out, put some stakes in the ground, and that was your land. You understand? But land didn't have any value until they put the slaves on the land. That's why they gave it away for free at that time. Once you put the slaves on the land, now you got value because now you can do something with it. They didn't want to work that land, so they got slaves to work that land for them. And look at what they got today. Look at all the banks that have been started off of slavery. You understand that we keep trusting in the very people that keep us enslaved. Go ahead, finish that.
And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
His rust have not been altogether wiped away. Listen, he can't wipe his rust away. Now, you understand? I mean, think about this. Even though it's heathen on heathen crime, look at what he's doing over in Israel. You understand? Look at what they're doing over in Ukraine. You understand? That's heathen on heathen crime, but look at the evil that's happening. You understand? That rust is not altogether wiped away. You understand? That rust is starting to bubble through. You understand? The mask and the veil is being peeled away. We just have to be able to recognize that that's our enemy. You know? Is that the end of that? Yeah, grab that 16.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Hey, listen, that's what our oppressor does, right? Our oppressor speaks sweetly with his lips. We keep falling for that. Give a vote for me and I'll bring you back. Hey, listen, what was that? What did Obama run on? Hope. Change. He ran on hope first, right. Then he ran on change. You understand? Two slogans that messed us up. You understand? The enemy speaks sweetly with his lips. What Kamala Harris came? Joy. Some dumb crap. Joy. And women fell for it. Bust their head. You understand? Crack their skull wide open. Hope, change, and joy. You understand? Trump just said MAGA. You understand? Make America great again. A lot of us brothers and sisters didn't realize that when America was great, we was enslaved. That's what he's talking about. You understand? An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips. The things that he say mesmerizes us. We got to start looking at these things. We got to start understanding that what he says is not what he really means. And what he means, he's not going to really say. You understand? Go ahead.
But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
Hey, listen, just like we said, he's not going to say what he really means. But what he really means is to throw us into a pit, is to throw us in and set us up. You understand? Is to slowly destroy us. You understand? This is the reason why they complain about the welfare. This is the reason why they created that child support system. This is the reason why they created, the welfare system. All of these things were created to throw us into a pit. Think about it. When a sister goes on to welfare, what's the first thing that they tell them? Gotta put your man. I said, you gotta put your man out the house. That's the first thing that they tell us. Then after you put your man out of the house, what's the next thing that they tell us? Let's see if somebody online can get that. What's the next thing that they tell us? Hey, I was out. Can you grab me a water? This was somebody. This was already over. What's that next thing? See if somebody online can get that. After they put the man out the house and they on that welfare, what's the next thing that they tell us? See if somebody can get that. You understand? It shouldn't be that difficult. We talk about this all the time. That next thing that they do, after you put your man out the house, what do you have to do? What do you say?
Princess Kaya said, put them on child support.
She hit it on the money. Princess, what's her name? Takaya.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Child support. Child support. So now Princess, let me ask you this. After child support, what comes after child support? What comes after? Let's see if she can tell me what comes after the child support. Boy, your arms getting longer. Your arms definitely get longer. I remember you was a short thing.
Yeah.
Looking like your pops. Let's see if she can get that right. What comes after that child support? Because it's all of it is connected. And remember, they trying to throw us into a pit. That's a hint right there. They trying to throw us into a pit. So after child support, what's the next step after child support? See if somebody can get that.
Okay. We got DC saying jail.
There you go, DC. That's right, exactly. Jail, prison. You understand? Because what happens is they try to put you on child support. And 9 times out of 10, when you come to child support, they're going to put you in the arrears. Then once they put you in the arrears, what they do is they get a garnishment off of your job. Once they get that garnishment off your job, you're not bringing home enough money to pay bills. When you're not bringing home enough money to pay bills and get to work and maintain a car, you lose your job. Once you lose your job, what happens? You go ding to prison. Thank you, DC. You understand? That's the system right there. You understand? An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. That's a pit. All of those things are created to throw us into a pit. Every law that the United States and that America has created has been created to throw us into a pit. How can we have an infinity for an oppressor like that? But that's us. That's our problem. You understand? We love the oppressor more than we love our brothers. We show more brotherhood to the oppressor even while they're doing wrong to us than we do our brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand? We got to come up out of it. We show them love all the time. As soon as a brother, somebody look at you wrong, you ready to fight. No forgiveness. You understand? But we always want to turn around and get on TV. Oh, I forgive them. I forgive them. Always forgiving the oppressor, but can't forgive our brothers and sisters. Listen, the reason why the oppressor is surviving in the way that he can, even though they don't get along, they get along long enough to oppress us. They can come together long enough to oppress us. You understand? As a matter of fact, you can drop that. And we're gonna let's grab Psalms 55 and 20.
This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Hey, listen, this scripture right here we usually use for the Native American Indians. You understand? The oppressor put forth his hand as such that be at peace with him. That's what happened to the Native American Indians. The Native American Indians tried to help the oppressor. Right. And in turn, the oppressor destroyed 77 million Native American Indians to take over this land right here. They destroyed almost all the buffalo off the face of this continent. You understand? Just to get back at the Native American Indian. Now, listen to this. This is the same thing that happens to us today. We put all of our trust into our oppressor, and our oppressor in turns around and destroys us. You understand? That's what happened to all those cities and towns across America. That's why we don't have any more cities and towns. That's why we don't have our own hospitals anymore. That's why we don't have our own schools and universities, because we gave it all away and our oppressor destroyed it. Because we want to get along. We want to be like the oppressor. We don't want to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Listen, we should be ruling this earth right now. Our oppressor is ruling this earth. They are destroying people at will. This earth is turned upside down because of a beast, a wild beast. All we got to do is follow and do what the Most High has told us to do. When we gonna come back? You understand? Go ahead.
He had broken his covenant.
Hey, listen, he had broken his covenant. Listen, we were just talking about that. Over 177 covenants with the Native American Indians, and he has broken every one of them. Every time we step up and they say, listen, we're going to do this for y'all, they break those covenants with us. We go out and vote for Clinton. He did nothing for us but gave us the 3-strike rule. His wife called us what? Super predators. You understand? Joe Biden said, what? If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You understand? They always giving us these vague promises. You understand? What was Kamala going to do for us? Not a thing, until she realized she was down in the polls and said, oh, I got something for black men. Oh, yeah, I got something good for them. All they got to do is, too late by that time. Everybody had turned their back on her. You understand? And women got mad. And women don't even realize they weren't going to get anything anyway. She didn't even have the dignity to stand up and thank them for doing what they did for her. And you don't hear nobody complaining about that. Black women ain't sitting complaining about that. All that money collecting y'all did for Kamala Harris, and she didn't even have the dignity and the respect to stand and say thank you for doing that for me, black women of America. What's that? What that fraternity she was with? The Kappa Alpha dogs or whatever. Some dumb fraternity she was with. And they standing up, marching and dancing, coming and shaking their butts and all of that for her. And she didn't do nothing for them. Megan Thee Stallion and them said they don't even care. They got paid. They got paid. You know what I mean? That's all that count for them. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter.
And that's what kills us right there, them smooth words. That's the same thing them pastors be doing in churches. They give women them smooth words and they empty their whole purse out. That's what made T.D. Jakes a billionaire. That's what made Creflo Dollar a billionaire. That's what made, what's his name? Eddie Long a billionaire. You understand? Because the word, say that again.
The words of his mouth was smoother
than butter.
butter.
Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
That's right. War is always in their heart. You know? Go ahead.
His word was softer than oil.
Softer than oil. Go ahead.
Yet were they drawn swords.
Words of his were softer than oil. Hey, listen. That you know what a soft word is? But that's drawn swords. That
I would say your body, your choice.
There you go. Or what's that? Pro-life
Yeah.
is what she was running on. Pro-life,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really pro-life. It was abortion.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's that soft words. It sounds so soft. It sounds so right, but it's really going against you. It's really a drawn sword to destroy you. You understand? Procreation. You mean to tell me you have to go out and you have to get permission to procreate? That should have been a red flag right there. I need permission to procreate. No, it's not that you need permission to procreate. You need permission to get an abortion. That's the thing right there. But see, when they say pro-life or procreate and things like that, that's that soft talk right there. When really it's a drawn sword to destroy us as a people. We don't hear none of that. We don't have any understanding of any of that. That's why you have to look at what your oppressor is saying and you have to pick it apart. You understand? You have to really analyze what they're saying. Remember, they're not going to say what they mean, but they're going to mean what they say.
Right.
You understand? Where we at? Go ahead.
His work,
Yeah, that was it. Yet they were drawn swords, right? Okay. Yeah, we could drop that, right? And I think we already did that right there. And then let me ask a question, right? What's one of the reasons? Let's see if somebody can get this. What's one of the reasons we in the condition we in today? See if somebody can get that. What's one of the reasons we in the condition we in today? Matter of fact, grab that Psalms 83. And we're going to hit that third verse first. But hold up for a minute. We're going to see if somebody picked that up. Why are we in the condition we in today? Let's see what my little man got. Let's see what he got. Ryan, what Ryan got? What you got, Ryan?
For the all the sins that we have done forever.
Yep.
Since slavery and since now.
Yep, that's it too. That's it too. But I'm looking for something else too. That's right though, because of the sins. That's why we in the condition we in.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead, give me one of the answers.
BC say, trusting the oppressor.
That's true too. That's true too.
Derwin 2011 said, not following laws, statutes, and commandments of your house.
Right. That's what Ryan said. That's what the brother Ryan said too, right?
You got Princess Cotton said, not following the laws, statutes, and commandments.
And every one of those answers are right. Right? But I'm going to give you another reason why we in the condition we in. Because we have been conspired against the other nations. You understand? If you check out Psalms 83 and that third verse, where we get ready to start at. We've been conspired against We're going to start that verse right there.
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 3.
Matter of fact, let's start at verse 2.
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 83.
Matter of fact, let's just start at the top.
Verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Go ahead.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh.
Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Our enemies make a tumultuous noise, an uprising, right? It's like somebody, when you do something, somebody gets up and they got a problem with, oh, why is this happening? That's a tumult. You understand? Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
And the ones that hate these have lifted up the oppressor. Go ahead.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Listen, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Those other nations have come together and they have taken crafty counsel against us. You understand? That United Nations, all those nations that war against each other, they come together in the United Nations for one concern and one concern only, and that's to keep the children of Israel down. You understand? It's no other reason but to keep us down. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And they consulted against thy hidden ones. Who are the hidden ones? Somebody tell me, who are the hidden ones? See if somebody can get that. Let's see if Daryl Lynn can get that. Let's see if DC can get that.
I got Princess Takaya here.
Princess Takaya, let's see if she can get that. Let's see who can get that. Who are the hidden ones? It says, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Let's see if somebody get that. Let's see them fingers typing. Fingers ain't typing that fast now, huh? What'd they say?
Princess Takaya said the 12 tribes.
All right. Princess Takaya hit it. It's the 12 tribes. We are the hidden ones. You understand?
DC said we are.
Yes, that's right, DC. We are those hidden ones. All right. We got some smart sisters up in here today. Where the brothers at, man? Come on, we can't let these sisters outshine us today. Come on now. Can't be, man. We got to represent, man. I'm matter of fact, you know what? I should use my phone and get online and act like I'm somebody else and represent for the brothers, you know? Yeah, but we are the hidden ones. You understand? We are the hidden ones, so much so that we don't know who we are. We've been destroyed as a people. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And that's exactly what they've done to us. They've cut us off so much so from being a nation that we don't even know we're a nation. We're a nation within a nation. You understand? Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And listen, we can't imagine us being Israel. The only thing is we see is that small hat. You understand? Being Israel. That's what we see when it's listen, when I was young and every time they used to say that, that's what I used to think of when they said Israel. That's the first thing that you think of because it's been wiped away from our memory. You understand? The Bible tells us it's been wiped away from our memory, you know, in a way that it will be no more in our remembrance.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent. They have came together on one accord just to be against us. Go ahead.
They are confederate against thee.
Hey, listen, they are confederate against thee. You understand? They have come together with a plot. To be confederate against the people is to come together to do something illicit or illegal against a person or nation of people. That's what confederate means. Confederate means to be able to come together to do something illegal or illicit against a person or people. That's what they have done to us. They have came together with one consent, and they are confederate against us. This is the reason why everything that we've had has been taken from us, has been stolen from us. You understand? Think about it, right? Every nation is in our neighborhoods feeding off of us. They have come together with one consent. They are confederate against us. When a sister tries to open up a beauty supply store within an urban neighborhood, they get shut down by these other nations because they are confederate against us. They won't allow us to do that. That's the reason why we can't thrive opening restaurants and things like that in our own neighborhoods, because these neighborhoods have been promised to them. They have made covenants with the oppressor. They have shook hands to be able to come into our neighborhoods. And the Arabs own all the Kennedy Fried Chickens, right? Own all the pizza bowlies. How is that? All the Koreans own all the soul food spots. How is that? All the East Indians own all the Dunkin' Donuts. How is that? All the Ethiopians and the Africans own all the gas stations. How is that? In our neighborhoods. How is that? Because they are confederate against us. It's not by happenstance that each one of those nations owns a piece of something and the same thing in all of our neighborhoods. We got to stand up and we got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we have to be obedient to the Most High. Listen, all of these nations, they come into our neighborhood and they silently boycott us every day. Meaning, they get us to buy from them, but they refuse to buy from us. That's a silent boycott. They come into our neighborhoods and take all of the money from our communities and go back to their communities. But they don't bring anything into our communities. They don't buy from us so that we can build up our communities, and slowly our communities are falling apart. We destroyed as a people. You destroyed as a people when you allow people to come into your neighborhood, run rampant, and then leave with everything of value. And then you let them come back and do it again every day, every day, every day, every day. If that's not a destroyed people, somebody tell me what is.
We so destroyed that they come in and do and take from our neighborhood and don't put nothing back. We go in the stores and call them mom.
Yeah, exactly. That's destroyed. Exactly. Listen, I just said it. Listen, they come and rob us every day, and then we go into those stores and call them mom and pop. That's a destroyed people. That's a destroyed people. But we're going to have to pack it in, right? And we're going to have to come back and do another one on this. Yeah. Because I ain't get through all of it. But we're going to call this a night right here. With that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We've been bringing this truth since 1969. And what is that truth? That truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and the devil and the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks to lie. And with that, I'm pass the class over to the priest and officer on top. Right.
These are the security announcements. You are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a brother or sister has come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, we got Hakanah coming up on the 25th of December. So come here, come to school. The address is 3430, what is it, 34 what? 3430 Eastern Avenue. Come we can drink, eat, you know what I mean? Be with the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Remind Akim and Agwathium to check in on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, pants, shirt, headbands, or scarf. And with that, we're going to get one courtesy lead to the teacher, Men of Israel, Amadiyam, which means to stand. Amadiyam Shabbat, Amadiyam, Barak, Yahba Shim Yahshua Rakatha. Tazim Atap, Classy Smith.